Dear Ginny, well, I miss you, girl. Things are not the same back home without you here to talk things down to size. Talk me down to size. And the world. Venice, from your description, sounds just about right for this girl, too. And your tall, blonde, kindly Swiss engineer, the ideal companion for that long fortnight in the Alps. I planned and planned each year of my 20s and never took, dumb bitch that I am. Life here is much the same. Very much the same.
I want everybody to remain calm.
Good morning.
Where are the essays?
On the desk.
Oh, Christ. I had this vivid nightmare in which a great eagle swooped them away and dropped them all in a roaring volcano. And I woke up and they were gone. And here they are again. What a sorry prospect. Garibaldi rides again by some of the tightest teenage virgins of our time.
Coffee?
Yes, that was God, yes. How I miss my morning coffee.
There.
Did you get the photostats?
Yes.
And what are you doing tomorrow night, then? Or even tonight? Or even this morning?
Getting on with my ordered life.
How's it going, this well-groomed fantasy of yours?
Very well, thank you.
You have my very best wishes. Yes, I'm seriously thinking of giving up women. They show as a race a consistent lack of intelligence.
There.
Now, make it tea.
Your slightest wish.
Of course, this brings everybody's reputation in the Second World War into question. Montgomery, Churchill, Eisenhower had all this information through the cracking of the code, yet still made enormous blunders. So how good was the Allied leadership?
Coventry wasn't a blunder.
Didn't the Germans bomb Coventry?
No, it was good strategy.
No, look. Have you read Lateral Thinking by Edward de Bono?
No.
If Churchill had been a lateral thinker, he would have found a way around it.
What way around it?
Well, if he'd dug a hole in another place. Found some pretext to evacuate Coventry.
And hope the Germans believe it was a coincidence.
Well, there had to be a way.
I think he had a straight choice. Coventry or the code?
No, there had to be a way. There's always a way.
Ah, you believe in happy endings, don't you, Miss Patterson? Churchill could have saved the code, and saved Coventry too.
But did Churchill have the right to choose which city full of voters who voted him in would burn to the ground?
Well, at least he picked Labour voters.
Yes, I know. My dad was one of them.
I think it's the right that people have always granted their leaders. Rightly or wrongly. Always.
What should he have done?
I think you have to take the long view in everything you do. I don't think there are any exceptions. Poor Miss Patterson.
Oh, it was most restrained, I thought.
You damaged her for life. She's probably in love with you.
The only question now is who writes the definitive book on the subject? An inquiry into wartime leadership down the centuries with brilliant flashes and nasty insights like A.J.P. Bloody Taylor. Yep, that's how you make your way through this cruel world.
To what?
What?
Make your way to what? A university chair?
Yeah. Yes. I wouldn't mind a chair.
What do you really want, apart from another drink?
Oh, I don't know. I'd like to be Kissinger, sorting out the sheikhs, charming the Chinese, that sort of thing. I suffer from the lack of a historical role.
It's a common feeling, especially among women.
Oh, yeah. Sound the last post. Women are where they want to be.
No, they're not.
Sitting around in self-congratulatory circles, enumerating their orgasms.
Oh, I don't do that.
I also got a letter from Ginny. Still lusting after my body.
Yeah, it's pity about all that.
It happened. But you're a rare one, Fran, my distant sea-green sweet. Woman with a masculine mind, woman who can see both sides. You make a good historian.
I'm not flatterable.
I mean, not fuckable. You should take it up, history. Greatest detective story there is. Find out what really happened.
You can't know enough, ever. You do a lifetime's work, then a new fact comes along and blows it all apart. Like the cracking of the code.
True. But what are you going to do instead?
You're Miss Garrett, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I was looking at you, I was pretty sure.
I'm sorry.
You taught me history, Green Bay High, third form.
Susie?
William!
Really?
Yeah, you haven't changed at all. Guess I have.
Yes, I mean all teeth and freckles and floppy socks you have, rather.
Where are you teaching now?
I'm not anymore. I gave it up. I got a job at a university. Sort of research assistant.
Oh, you didn't marry Mr. Russell?
No.
Oh, we all had bets on it, you know, whether you would. Big track event of the year. I had $1.
Oh, he went up to New Guinea. Took a job in a school up there.
We had it all planned, you know, an Easter wedding, 4 or 5 kids.
Sorry if I failed you all.
Well, did you ever get married?
Nope, never. Not even a little bit.
Oh, I did. It was a real flop, a really bad trip. I've been divorced for 3 years now. Sort of a gay divorcee. Oh, not that I am, you know. Gay?
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what they see and all that.
Miss Garrett?
excuse me. I just changed from Fran.
Oh, good. Look, I'm going to a party. Do you want to come?
No, thanks.
Oh, come on. You'd have a really nice time. It's nothing heavy. Girl never knows luck in the big city.
No, I'd better not.
Oh. Okay, then. Well, I might run into you again sometime.
Yeah, it was nice seeing you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Life being much the same is comforting in a way, except for those times at night when you feel that inch by inch and minute by minute you're outgrowing what you were.
Greetings.
Indeed.
I got here.
Another life and death struggle?
Aren't you glad to get me in one piece?
Ecstatic.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty ecstatic to see you. Yeah. Ecstatic, I'd say.
If you're sure you've got the right word. How was Canberra this time round?
Pretty rugged stuff. I think I'll chuck it in. Go to New York. The UN.
Bastard.
Well, it's true. I didn't think you could work so hard.
Yeah, and you love it.
What's that got to do with anything? It's a question of survival.
Your first consideration every time.
Don't be a bitch.
How's Meredith?
She says she's coping with my absence. It's a word she always uses. She copes. She copes with the children. The second coming of our Lord Jesus Christ, she'd cope excellently.
Well, you struggle to survive, to get on in the great world. She copes.
And you just exist, like a sunflower. I have to be home by 9.
Anyway, I can't work him out at all, my honourable minister. He knows thousands of people, remembers all their names, likes them all equally well, knows all about them. Half the time he calls me Fred. Can't work him out at all.
Maybe he got lonely driving trains all night all those years. Maybe he really likes human contact. So do I.
You've got human contact.
Passing human contact.
Oh, Christ.
Shut up, forget it. I'm perfectly all right. I'm deliriously happy.
I'm sorry.
Shut up, I said.
You going to buy that house?
Haven't signed the papers. Doesn't seem much point now. Not much point living near you because you're never there.
Why don't you come to Canberra? Get a job. You could, you know.
Yes, I could. Watch you playing power politics at close hand.
I'm very good at it.
Do you like being Kissinger?
Well, I get lots of interested looks from the wives of Canberra. Where were they when I needed them?
It's a long way from the WEA. Eyes meeting across a crowded classroom.
Well, it's the Labour government, the revolution. Jerusalem. Come down for the long weekend. Bound to be a party. It's always a party. Maybe an orgy.
What about Meredith?
She won't be there. Come on, why not? I don't know where it's all leading, but it's full of interest, my present career.
Yes, I'm sure it is.
It's a good place. The best, I think. The best for bringing up kids, anyway. You should get a job there. I mean, anyway.
Anyway, what?
Just anyway.
Could I stand the pace? 70 miles an hour on a skateboard down those corridors of power.
Takes its toll. We could, probably fly down together. It's a good time of year. Very green and pretty.
different without the furniture.
I think it's better. You can see its possibilities. Cold feet.
Just faintly chilled.
You said it's what you wanted, didn't you? Something you could do something with?
I'm not sure I'd visualized it all. How much was involved?
You don't have to do it all at once. I'd fix this room first myself.
Yes.
I don't think you could do much better. Not in price, not in this place. I couldn't do you any better. When you get a bit of furniture in here, a bit of fresh paint.
It'll be a mansion.
Did I tell you that?
It'll be all right.
Good. Might drop in on you in a month or so just to see how you're getting along.
Well, I'm not home much.
Well, all right, let's press on, will we?
Could I just look around a bit by myself?
Yes, of course. Do what you like. Drop it into the office when you go.
I thought we were going to walk for our health.
Look, get in the car and stop your whinging.
I am not whinging.
We were coming in like that. Everything was tilting up. 7 fire engines waiting on the tarmac. You could have champagne if you'd rather.
I've never been first class before. This is my maiden voyage.
30 years old, never had a grope in first class. You haven't lived.
I'm 29 and I'm not budging.
6 months short. We have a private party. Pack a lunch at the top of the town. Tell the missus I'm on business, eh?
Do you think she still believes you?
Well, of course she does.
All this time? I mean, if I was living with you, I'd know.
Maybe you wouldn't want to know.
You could have 3 or 4 other ladies tucked away, couldn't you?
I could, but as it happens, I don't.
What's the matter? It's just a bit of cloud. I saw Meredith.
What?
From a distance, I think she looks nice.
What do you expect?
I'd like to meet her.
Well, you bloody can't.
I think I'd like a chat.
You're a real gung-ho lady, aren't you? Balls and all. Oh, God.
There. It's so clean. No billboards or anything.
Yeah, it's a different world up here.
I wish I'd come here before. I really respond.
It's an excellent place for the public servant. The landscape has no human failings.
Oh, just because it's not dirty and choked up with fumes.
Oh, no, it means that no one's got any real contact with real life. I mean, how can you believe the world's full of problems in a company town like this? Cloud cuckoo land.
Well, I still respond.
Good, because I do too. I think you'll take to the minister. He's a funny little bugger. It's like being tied to a child with the strength of 10. He doesn't know a thing about economics, I'll give him that. So maybe I've got my uses.
Are you a local girl?
No, I'm just down from Sydney for a couple of days.
It's a good town. Good town. We managed to have a good time of it, don't we, Steve?
Fran's thinking of settling.
Are you really? Well, what's your background, my dear? Tell me about yourself. Would you like a drink?
I think George Bernard Shaw put it perfectly when he said, the business of government is the organization of idolatry. I think he put it perfectly.
Yeah, well, strikes different people different ways.
Well, take my country, for instance. The parallel is obvious.
Yeah, that's what they reckon.
We're losing a batch of our female staff. Buns in the oven. They breed like rabbits around here. It must be the altitude. You're not pregnant, are you, my dear? No plans?
None at all.
That's what they all say. Well, you write down what you've told me about yourself and we'll see what happens. I hope we can arrange something. I sincerely do.
Sex is of no consequence in politics. Unless you're caught in bed with a live man or a dead woman, it helps you.
Telex from Washington, Mr. Minister.
Piss off. I said piss off!
Good evening.
Evening.
It's not worth it, you know. Not worth a candle.
get a job?
I don't know. Is there anything I'd be expected to do in return?
Ah, no, you're a wild little bugger, but he doesn't operate that way. His seat swings, so he doesn't. Do you want a job?
I think I might. I like it here. And it'd be a neater way to carve you up. Meredith could have you in Sydney. I could have you down here.
Yeah.
You feel too carved up.
Oh, I know. I suggested it, didn't I? Have I been very bad for you?
Of course you have. The best years of my life, 26 to 30, wasted on a married man.
You made your own problems, love. You always had a choice.
Yes, I know, I know.
You're a beautiful object, you really are. You just now begin to realise it, aren't you? You're not the awkward little puddle like you thought you were.
It all comes of having a pretty sister.
I'd like to meet your sister, Ms. Margot P. Garrett, the air hostess. She interests me.
You want to meet my sister? I want to meet your wife.
No way.
They make it too easy. I merely said I was your wife and I'd locked myself out. Far too easy. Sorry to stage a big walk-in. I thought it was time I met the lady in question. What's it been? 3 years? 4?
Hello?
Oh, hello, Miss,
Fran.
Meredith.
Have you known all along?
All along? Didn't he tell you?
Piss off.
He said you didn't know anything.
Piss off!
Not very reliable, is he? Really can't be trusted.
What the fuck are you up to, eh?
I was lonely.
Lonely, then?
I don't like being excluded.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, get included. Come on in. Come on, why not? The water's fine, eh?
Yes. Why not?
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Do you mind? It is of some importance that we finish this conversation.
Oh, no, Meredith, for Christ's sake.
Shut up, Stephen.
What?
Shut up.
Thank you, Fran. Don't you grind your teeth at me. You've been doing all right for yourself, tom-catting around. Wife and kids at home and a tabby on every roof. It's got to be my turn.
What a vivid metaphor.
Move over, darling.
Do you do this often?
Never. Just thought we might start. Come on, big boy. Show me a good time.
Shit. Come on, come on.
Will you drive me to the airport?
6 a.m.
Will you drive me to the airport?
Take it to the fucking airport.
It's not that. It's nothing to do with that.
What is it then?
You're a bloody liar, Stephen. And you know what lying means? It means the person you're lying to is too stupid, too much like a child to be able to put up with the truth.
You wouldn't have been able to put up with the truth.
Yeah, tabby on every roof.
Look, you've never really left Green Bay, have you? You've got no idea about the world. You think it's all like it is in Green Bay. Everyone watching everyone else. Doing the right thing. No one's having any fun because you're not supposed to have any fun. I can be unfaithful to my wife, lie to my wife, as long as I'm not unfaithful to you, and don't lie to you. You're just a small-town girl. That's all you are.
I'm like Meredith.
Ha!
I don't mind what you do if you don't lie to me.
You're nothing like Meredith. Look, I'm going off for a couple of months. Scandinavia, Canada, with the minister.
Steve, I don't mind what happened back there. I'm a grown girl.
I'll see you when I get back, right?
No.
I'll see you when I get back. Come on.
Good morning. Francis?
Oh, hello, Mr. Minister.
I love flying. I suppose I make 4 or 5 flights a week. Thinking of Leonardo da Vinci, Lawrence Hargrave, Icarus, the ones who had a crack at it, the crack at the impossible.
Yes, I like flying. I always have. You feel you're going somewhere.
He's a good boy, Stephen, but you know his problem.
He's scared of aeroplanes.
Too much of an eye on the main chance. A little too transparent about it. Of course, politics has all changed. No more marching of the dawn under the tattered red flag to victory. But you need a touch of the old ideal somewhere along the line, because people can tell the difference. They really can.
Yes, I think you're probably right about Stephen. Very right.
Blow your nose, my dear. There are facilities for every emergency. I'll be looking forward to getting your application. I mean that. In the words of the poet, the road goes ever on and on, down from the door where it began. Now far ahead the road has gone, and I must follow if I can, pursuing it with weary feet, until it joins some larger way where many paths and errands meet. And whither then? I cannot say. Would you like a drink?
No, thanks. How's business?
I think they're going to reject supply. And we could lose.
Oh.
But you roll with the punches.
Dear Jenny, I've been doing up the new house, scraping it down, painting out rooms, raking up leaves, and wondering why, wondering for who. Not for me, not for the neighbors. It's very strange and depressing sometimes.
Extension 6485.
6485?
Is Mr. Stephen Cantrell there, please?
Not at the moment.
I'm sorry, what?
Mr. Cantrell is overseas.
When will he be back, do you know?
Would you tell me who's calling?
One of the people, a voter, a Labour voter.
I've also been thinking a lot about myself. I've decided I'm more than usually greedy, wanting more out of life than there is and winding up with bugger all. And now I can live here alone and paint and repaint walls, look up at the fine high ceilings, and in a little while I'll be 40 and I'll buy a dog. And then I'll be 50 and buy a parrot and take tea with the ladies and play bridge. It's all so short and I feel I've been conned. There's no point in saying if only I'd been a man. Please, doctor, just a few more inches and I could have... Oh, I could have... Some things change. I mean, I don't seem to worry so much about the way I look. I don't worry about my chin. I don't worry about buck teeth. And that, I suppose, is a stupendous achievement. But I watch those little wrinkles now, those little lines. I got to the point of accepting what I'd got, and then I started to see it deteriorate. There must have been a point where it was evenly balanced, and I didn't care at all. I can't remember it.
But having said that, you also have to admit that the class system has conferred on England incalculable advantages. Upper-class tastes brought forth the BBC and the Royal Shakespeare Company.
I suppose I could always have a baby, even without a man. Or a man that stayed. And then I'd have no time to worry about myself. All the endless small necessities, the endless small demands. Whispers and small laughter, under leaves and hurrying feet. Under sleep, where all the waters meet.
I knew you lived round here somewhere. The history department gave me your address. You should talk to them about it.
It's all right. I'm glad to see you.
Really?
Yes, really. Come in.
Bastard's still away, you know.
I'd heard.
I got 2 postcards. Copenhagen mermaid and a Canada goose. No information at all. He's too busy living it up.
Ah, yes, there's no justice.
Only revenge.
It's harder on the mistress as a rule. In my experience, you're doing all right.
You bet I am. He won't leave. And I have my gentleman callers.
I don't want him to leave. I don't want him anymore.
Bullshit.
Nope. I've been an extracurricular accessory long enough. I've had my fill of married men. I want something of my own.
Atta girl. You can see our house.
Yes.
What were you going to do? Run up a flag? Signal at night in Morse code?
It just happened. I didn't realize till after I'd come here.
Well, it's water. The fish don't come here. The fish are too smart. But it's water. It laps.
Yeah.
Have you ever been attracted to another woman?
No. No, not really. Why?
Oh, just that night. You know?
Have you?
No? No, just thought I'd ask. Hard to know what to do, isn't it?
Well, anything once.
Yeah, well, something to occupy the roaring 40s. You know, if I could have heard myself when I was 20, saying some of the things I'm saying now, considering some of the things I'm considering now, I wouldn't have believed it. Funny how you change.
I don't think it's funny.
Yeah? Remember how important virginity used to be?
Yeah. Poor old Alan Russell.
Poor old Alan Russell. Ah, there's lots of virginities. 6, 10, 12. Like accepting how you're going to die.
I don't want to believe that.
You'd better believe it. I'm 38 years old, and I've had 3 kids and a miscarriage and a husband who left me for a year, and I know what's going on.
You're right. I know you're right. I don't want you to be right.
Of course I'm right.
I want to be back where it's simple.
No such place.
Speed.
Well, I'm glad not to be 53, because that's not cause for rejoicing as far as I can see. But I'm glad to be above ground, in good health, 2 girls within easy reach. Not the same town, because I don't think I could stand that, but within easy reach. And my grandkids. You know, thinking back the war and all we've come through, thought you might be up to something. We brought a flag. Oh, good evening, Myrtle. Reg? Thank you, darling. It's making my mouth water. Myrtle? Oh, thank you. Isn't it pretty lovely?
You want to come and see us?
Yes, I will.
There's always room for you. Look, when I come down to town, why don't I visit you?
Now, come on, Jack. Don't be greedy.
Oh, don't be so stingy. You're a swinger, aren't you?
Just a song at twilight, when the lights are low, and the evening shadows softly come and go. Though the heart be weary and the days are long, over hills at twilight comes love's old song, comes love's old sweet song.
Ah, I remember the first time you two sang that. Parks Hall, Empire Night, 1955.
Thanks, you
Though the heart be weary and the days are long, over hills at twilight comes love's old song, comes love's old sweet song.
Poor little boy.
Oh, let him cry. Little bastard.
Oh, he's all right.
Wait till you have 3.
Yes, they'll wake you. Get Mum, huh?
Change. I decided last week. I'm leaving, Jack. Take the kids with me. Maybe come back here.
Oh, Margot.
No, I've decided. Anything is better than humiliation.
Why? What's happened?
What's there to say? It's only ever the obvious that happens. And you never believe it will, and it always does.
Oh, Mark.
I wish Dad was alive.
Yeah.
Good men are getting rarer.
I'd like to come back too.
Come on, Stromboli. There's a tucker. Hmm? Oh.
She's always like this when she comes home, dog-tired.
She's probably out every night having a good time. You know what they're like.
I know what they're like, but it's just not the same with her. She's different.
She's a lovely girl.
I know, but I've got to say it, I'm worried.
Oh, no.
No, Mert, you think about it. She's just like Ethel Rayner. Beautiful when she was young. Beautiful. Could have had her pick of any of a dozen young blades about town. Look where she ended up. Weaving baskets in a padded cell.
Just highly strung. She always was.
Had ideas about herself. They all start out getting ideas about themselves.
Well, I don't think there's any comparison to Ethel.
Well, I hope you're right.
Wonder what happened to Ethel.
I heard she'd gone to Fiji. Beats me why. I mean, what's there in Fiji?
Well, I've heard it's very nice.
Thank God Margot's normal. I'm sick of these uni students. They're mad, every one of them. Bonkers.
Some of them have got their good points.
It's incredible just how little things really change in a place like this, in as much as 20 years. It'd be so easy just to come back, be in it all again, be part of the calm and the green water and the afternoons, to be in focus again the way people are here and know who you are. The only question is who I'd be for the rest of my days.
You buggers, you don't like this man, you don't like that man. You want so much out of life, you do. You're never satisfied. In my day, we ate bananas when the skins were black and we counted ourselves lucky. That's right. Ooh, that's Alma Slater. Married a rich grazier. 1,000 acres.
Mum, what does she do? Close her eyes and think of the 1,000 acres?
That's not the point. That's much better, love.
I believe you.
Oh, you see the new public lab?
Yes.
Oh, isn't it snazzy? The Lord Mayor went in and christened it. He did. Oh, I wish you'd come home more often. It's a nice place. Nice young people, nice young men.
I'll soon be needing a nice old man.
Oh, don't give me that. 30's not old.
I'm 29 and I'm staying 29.
Well, I'm 53 and I've never felt sprightlier. I'm looking around, I'll tell you. I'm looking around.
What happened to Mr. Crather?
Oh, well, he sent me a bunch of flowers. I didn't know what to do. Then he sent me a box of chocolates, so I ate them and haven't heard from him since.
Well, he's probably waiting for you to make the next move.
He's Greek, you know. They're very shy. What about you, love? How's your love life?
I'm between engagements.
Oh, I've got some bad news for you. Alan Russell's back in town. Oh, God.
Back from New Guinea?
Too right. His family retired back 6 months ago. Sorry they ever left. He's here till Christmas.
Is he going back to New Guinea?
How would I know? The Russells don't speak to me.
Well, that's neat. Oh, my God.
Can't stand a Barbie, and neither can Sarah. And the woman both counts. What do you reckon, Alan?
It's the one thing you can't count on, Fred.
Nah, they never should have got the vote, I reckon. Well, present company accepted, of course.
What happened to your hair?
I brushed it out.
Well, how's my sweetheart? Lovely to see you. Give us a kiss.
Hello, Mr. Todd. How are things?
Oh, I'm getting along. You're not thinking of coming back, are you? I still miss your bright little face behind that counter, helping your dad out when he was alive.
That's not since I was 14.
Well, that's not so long ago. Poor old Charlie. Yes, you should come back. You know, a town sort of dies when the young folk all move away. I mean it.
Hello, Fran.
Hello, Alan.
How you been?
All right.
You look different.
So do you.
You look like you've... I don't know.
Been around.
No. You look older.
You think I would?
Sort of forgot.
I hear you're staying at your mother's. I'd like to see you.
Yes, yes, of course.
Would you like a chop?
Yes, please.
With sauce?
No, thanks.
Take your beady eyes off them, Mum. Give it a chance. I'm just taking a motherly interest. She should have married him years ago. What's the point of all this shilly-shallying? They're all the same.
I've never liked him.
Neither have I. I think she's just been waiting for the right man.
There's a sort of a violence in New Guinea. You can feel it waiting to burst. Like there's kids that you knew very well. And you'd think maybe sometime in the future that they could turn on you and tear you to pieces. Am I boring you? I think I used to.
No, it sounds frightening. Are you going back?
Not to stay. I couldn't invest my future there. Or anybody else's. I thought about you a lot. Where you were, what you're doing. I don't suppose I even crossed your mind.
Yes, you did sometimes.
Only sometimes.
Well, I didn't spend 10 years thinking about you.
What did you spend 10 years doing?
I'm not entirely sure.
Well, shouldn't you be taking stock?
I am. At least I'm trying to.
So am I.
Game! I'll bugger you.
You're getting better. Do you want a milkshake? My Auntie Beth left it to me. She died last January.
Oh?
Do you remember the peacocks?
Yeah. And the Stanley steamer. And the fantail pigeons.
Do you like it?
Of course. I envy you.
Good.
What are you going to do with it?
Well, you'd never make a living off it. But I'd like to live here. I was thinking I could work part-time over at the high school. So could you.
Where are the pigeons?
She had to give them all away.
Oh, I like the pigeons.
There's a lot of history in this place. Of course, I could break the whole thing up and sell it to Pitt Street farmers. I'd make a fortune.
Don't.
All right. I think it's important to come back home.
You can go home again, you think?
Well, it's better than away.
You mean you've never voted Labour? Never in your life?
No. I vote Country Party.
What?
I vote Country Party.
But why?
I come from the country. And I've seen the radical elements at work in New Guinea, especially up in the hills.
Oh, what?
It's just what I've seen. You're very naive about some things, you know.
Oh, for heaven's sake. New Guinea's a special historical case in a special historical context. It's got nothing to do with Whitlam's socialism.
And Whitlam's socialism's got a lot to do with an independent New Guinea.
That's not what I mean.
Let's talk about something else, eh?
Yes, but what? It's like discussing music with someone who's tone deaf.
Don't be angry. Not now. Fran?
The door handle.
Go on, Russo, give it to a boy!
Would you come away with me for a couple of days? Just get away from here.
Yes, all right.
Atta boy, Russo! Give it one for me!
Piss off, Darryl. Good. You won't change your mind?
No.
Don't make yourself cheap, dear.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
It doesn't quite work like that anymore.
I think it does. I've never noticed any real difference once they unwrap the parcel.
Oh, Mum.
Well, I've done my best for you, and now it's up to you, you bumptious little brat. What's the cause of all this muffled mirth?
Oh. This little collector's item. I'd like to get a copy.
I bet you would. That's the ticket, isn't it, if you hang around long enough?
You got me wrong.
Alan Russell, I've got you down so right it makes me shiver.
Mum, stop this, all right?
Haven't said my last on the subject.
Well, have a good time.
It's a terrific coastline, isn't it? It's the best in the world.
Hey, where'd you lose your virginity?
Climbing a barbed wire fence when I was 9.
No. Really?
Why do you want to know?
I want to get to know you. I thought you'd be married by now with a couple of kids. I'm surprised, really.
No. I got mixed up with a married man with a yellow beard for 4 years.
You're still mixed up with him?
No.
Was he the first?
No. The first was a very beautiful and very ordinary encounter in a dull little house in Glebe. With a boy I grew out of and hurt very much. A long time ago.
Yeah. I know how he felt.
Yeah? How about your virginity?
Nothing much, really. A field trip to Thursday Island. She wasn't exactly a lady of the night. A bit of a farce, actually. And an Irish girl from Belfast. For 18 months.
And?
Others. Some others. So, here we are.
Dear Ginny, I spent 3 days of the May holidays up a huge river with Alan Russell of Green Bay, who is back large as life and full of plans. I'll draw a veil over what happened. My trouble is I can imagine myself anywhere, with anyone.
You remember old Speed? Speed Muggleton, combined physics and chemistry. Old Speed.
Yes,
Whatever happened to him, I wonder?
he died.
And that other old duck, the one you used to go and talk to.
Miss Bates. She's alive. She's still teaching up in Mittagong. Still writing her book on Lord Byron. She got me reading Byron and Camus and D.H. Lawrence.
You took your time after that.
Yes. A long ride back to square one.
Square one's all right.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
It's all right.
Hang on.
It's all right. Later.
Why? Why is it all right?
It doesn't matter. We've got plenty of time.
Oh, shit.
We've got plenty of time. Come on. Let's just rest for a while.
Oh, it's just not the way I pictured it. How about you?
I don't think I pictured it at all.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite common. It happens to lots of people.
Oh, bet.
Let's have a sleep for an hour or two. Come on. Please, come on.
I wish we had a double bed.
Don't worry.
Hang on.
Piss off, you old bastard!
Steady, girl. Steady.
What happened?
It's just some old, mad old bloke with a motorboat. I've pissed him off. It's all right. Fran, I love you.
Okay?
Hello. Wait a minute.
Hey, come back. It's okay. No.
Christ.
Do you want to sleep on it again?
Oh, no.
Right.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to help you.
Well, don't do that.
All right?
It's got to be real.
Don't you think you're being just a tiny bit fussy?
I've waited for this night all my life.
Yeah, well, so have I.
Ever since we were in second year at high school.
I'm sorry.
I just didn't expect it to be like this.
I knew it'd be like this.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Oh, my God.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. Well, the offer's still there if you want to take it up.
Yeah. I sort of need time to think about it, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Had your nose put out of joint. You know what I said?
Yeah.
Miss Bates? Oh, hello, dear. Beverly. Haven't seen you in years.
Fran.
Fran? My eyes are going. I sometimes get my girls mixed up. Bromwell, some orange pekoe tea for Miss Garrett, then come back and commune with her. She's the generation betwixt and between.
Yes, Miss Bates.
Not a promise, that girl. Like many of them.
Yes?
She wants to be a writer, too. What became of your writing?
Well, I take a lot of care with my letters.
Turns out wrong, doesn't it? Always. Nearly always.
Not wrong, just less.
Less is a good word.
Like, you know, sex for the first time.
So I believe. I hate to think what lies ahead of these girls. Rejection by the regular army. Whorehouses in Japan. You at least have a job.
I'd like a man.
Afraid that species is in short supply. I think they were all killed off in World War I. What's left are the wrigglers and the twisters, the desperate reptiles. The real men are long gone. One sugar, wasn't it, dear?
You've got a marvelous memory.
Some things remain, things that don't matter. Sit down, Bromwell.
Oh, thank you. Miss Bates.
Yes?
Why didn't you ever marry that man you told me about, that associate professor or whatever he was?
I didn't think he was good enough.
And was he?
Of course he was. Any man is better than this. A pile of books, a daily arbitration of the dream life of silly young virgins.
Present company accepted.
No, Bromwell's special. But I was on the glory road, as I think you are. Nobody less than the young Henry Fonda as the young Mr. Lincoln was good enough for me then. Oh, dear.
Am I like that?
We all are when it comes to men. Man's love is of man's life a thing apart. 'Tis woman's whole existence. From Don Juan by Lord Byron, Canto 1. Discuss. Bromwell?
Well, Miss Bates, I've been thinking about this, especially with reference to my parents, and I think it no longer applies.
Evening.
Hello.
Gentle with it like that, you see? Just fly out of your hand.
It's marvellous.
I got a million of them. Wait. What about that? Yeah, I got a million of them. What about this? Listen, bloke goes in the garage, eh? And he goes up the bloke and he gets 1 cent's worth of petrol and he puts it in this little tank on a ring on his finger, pays the bloke and leaves the garage. Just as he's leaving, the bloke says, just a minute, mate, what's that 1 cent's worth of petrol in the ring for? He says, oh, I say, he says, this is a labour-saving device. He gets his little ring up there and he gets a little bit of string out the side like that, you see? And he goes, it's too straight, you see? What about that?
Oh.
That goes down well with the farmers. There.
What made you be a commercial traveller?
Well, I decided, didn't I? Being honest with myself. Well, I decided I need it. And where you find it? Where's it easiest, you know, least complicated? On the move. Well, the happiest place in the world, you know, merchant seamen and international managing directors on the move all the time, Hilton to Hilton. I mean, if you're stuck in one place, you've got to pick and choose, and you don't want to have to do that, do you?
But a woman has to.
Why? I mean, if she's on the move, I reckon the happiest girls in the world would be hitchhiking around Europe in pairs, taking advantage of blokes like me, eh? Yeah. Well, they might have a bit of a rough night with a truck driver one night, but then the next day they'll probably have a good time with Rossano Brazzi or something. Yeah. Well, they're on the move, see, so they're happy.
But a woman's time is so short. What about children?
Well, have them. Well, when the pain to have them so great and the joy is so total that you don't mind who the father is, that's the time to have them. Yeah. Not before. We'll never do anything that you don't want to do until you have to, you know?
How did you come to these world-shaking conclusions?
Well, by being honest with myself, you see. About my human nature. Like, really knowing myself. Well, why don't you come in my room, eh? And we'll do something dirty.
Oh, no.
Why not? Huh?
Look, I've got the curse.
Oh, I don't mind. I've got my red wings.
Oh, yeah, well, I think I do. I'm sorry. Good night.
Wait a minute, come on, be honest. Huh?
Okay, I don't want it.
Why not? You don't know what you're missing till you try it, do you?
Look, if it was longer,
What?
maybe I would.
What?
Don't do that to me.
Don't do what?
Just don't do that.
Right there, come on, darling. We're just having a good time down here, eh? Listen, I can talk. We don't worry about that. Look, see, it just happens like this.
Look. Hey. Come on, leave me alone.
All right, then scream. Go on.
No.
Huh? Go on, scream. Who would do that for? Who would do that for?
Why couldn't we just talk?
That's what they all say. Well, lie on the bed naked all night and do nothing. Come on, John. Out. All right, Squire, all right, Squire. Come on. You want to consider yourself lucky, darling. You're getting a bit past it.
Importance to the government's overall majority. And this would be one of the biggest surprises in the election so far. He's held that seat for the past 21 years.
I think the final figures will show me back by a narrow margin. I mean, narrower than I'd like. But if not, if the voters want to see the back of me, at least for a while, then I'll accept that. I mean, you have to accept what the public wants. That's what it's all about. And try to do my best wherever I may be needed in the future.
Excuse me, Minister. Oh, now, here are the latest figures for tonight, reading from the top of the board.
Well, politics is over, and the revolution will not take place. Henceforth, we concentrate on our private lives.
Oh, God, what a boring prospect.
It's the new frontier. Our own private lives. I'm going to bed.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Heather, you can have another exam book if you want.
No, thanks.
Are you going to suffer in silence?
I think I should.
Suffer away.
It's nothing too fatal. It's just my birthday.
Ah, I thought you were up the duff at the very least.
No, just 30.
You look about 12.
Thank you. I believe you thousands wouldn't.
Poor old bugger. What do you say I take you out for a nice feed and then home for a cuddle?
Yes, please.
Dear Ginny, I think I've found a new man. It's someone you know, so I'd better not tell you who it is until I know if it's working out. It feels exciting, though, just this once, for a change.
Are you happy?
Yes. With reservations.
Well, we go.
Yes.
I'm calling for you. Well, the bigger they are, the straighter their legs.
I don't like Momokaki as much as I used to. Things don't seem that funny anymore.
Sure sign of age. 80 out of 100. Very good indeed. Now, where's Miss Patterson?
Be gentle with her.
Aha! A biscuit under your pillow like a piece of wedding cake. There she is. Miss Patterson's advice to the love lawn. Dig a hole in another place.
I've decided I like the feel of a man beside me. All warm and hairy.
What a happy coincidence, because I like the feel of a woman next to me.
Perhaps we could come to some arrangement.
Oh, I'm heavily committed. Perhaps we'll turn at Thursdays.
You're very nice.
Oh, I'm working at it, day and night.
Oh, dear.
What?
It's all just loneliness, isn't it? All of it.
All of it. God is man's loneliness. Jean-Paul Sartre. It's the source and wellspring of everything. Loneliness and boredom. I'm not lonely or bored. That's why I'm so attractive. Helps a lot. I recommend that satisfaction.
I often wondered what it'd be like going off with a real bastard. It's nicer than I thought.
I don't like the phrase going off. I prefer having it away.
Oh, do you?
Yes, love is a playground, not a battleground. There are no issues.
There are issues in marriage.
There probably are. Thank you, Miss Patterson, and good night.
Did she pass?
Brilliantly, the turgid little bitch. 93 out of 100.
Hold me.
Anytime.
Well, how long will it be?
Well, as long as it takes, I don't know. But I'll call you, I really will.
Yeah.
Oh, you call me?
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing Thursday?
I'm free. Free any time. I'm always free.
All right, then. Thursday at your place, all right?
Yeah, all right. My place. It's just a bit of a shock, that's all.
Yes, I know. See you later.
See you Thursday.
You know how it is.
Well, I can imagine.
Meredith?
Meredith,
Oh, come on in. Grabbed yourself a brew.
I brought a bottle, returning the call.
Good. Alcohol's always welcome. Well, news travels fast, doesn't it?
What news?
I'm divorcing the bastard.
Are you really?
You bet I am.
I was just calling round with a bottle of wine.
Well, let's get a corkscrew. I will not be lied to. I won't.
But are you going to go through with it, kids and all?
I don't know. Of course I am. Why the hell shouldn't I?
No reason.
You can have him. You're welcome.
Ah.
Of course I am.
Maybe you should give it a couple of days.
I don't know. Do you want it?
I don't think so.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, 6 months ago.
Yeah, 6 months ago he was lying about you. Yeah. Weather's turning hot.
Another year.
Yeah. Some other bastard can dig the garden.
Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? I keep thinking we should buy a parrot and shack up together. We'd probably get on very well.
Think you could be an adequate father to my children?
No?
Pretty revolting suggestion.
I'm sorry.
You know what?
What?
You're too greedy by half. What you've got to get used to, my girl, is that you can't have it all. It's a very simple principle, very golden rule. You can't have it all.
You've got a visitor. Shall I make some tea?
Yes.
Greetings.
Look, do you mind waiting while I get dressed?
Oh, I don't mind watching.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
So I drop round, return the call.
Oh?
2 sugars for you and a gentleman caller.
Thank you. Seems like a nice bloke.
Only my boss. I hear it's a done thing these days.
Yeah, well, that's all over now.
Oh, you're wonderful. You really are. Do that again. Yeah, well, that's all over now.
Your boss and I had the same history lecturer years ago. Charlie Briggs.
Really?
Good old Charlie.
Yeah, good old Charlie.
I thought we might have lunch.
I'd like that. I really would. Oh, my God.
I think what might be said at this point is, I love you.
Oh?
Yeah.
And does anything follow on from that?
No, not yet. But then I've never said it to anyone before. Well, not sitting up, anyway.
Thank you.
And I want you back from this business lunch at 2:30 sharp, you understand?
Yes.
Sydney Harbour.
Yes, I know. I've been up from the country for quite a while.
Settling in all right, are you?
Yes. You're in another job now.
Yeah, better one, I think. Better class of minister.
None of that was his fault.
I didn't say it was. I just got a better class of minister now, that's all.
Well, I'm glad for you.
I'm deciding whether to encourage Meredith to go ahead with the divorce.
Are you? On the basis of what?
Whatever I might pick up out of my shambles of a life.
What?
You heard.
Yes, but I keep thinking you can't be saying the things you're saying. That you can think so little of me.
Well, I've never been much good at telling the truth.
It'll come with practice.
Help me, Fran.
Jesus.
Well, how about the Russian ballet on Tuesday night? I've got 2 tickets.
All right.
Yes. Very good. Thank you.
Please don't drink a bloody toast.
Right.
Sorry.
It's okay. I'll see you later.
Yes.
Dear Ginny, your plans for Athens, then the Greek islands, and on to Troy attract me a lot. And I well might join you for the Christmas holidays if I can raise the money. Things are pressing in on me here, and I need to get away.
Come for a picnic.
Now?
Yeah. I brought a basket. This was a good idea, eh?
Yes.
My old stamping ground.
Yes, I like it very much. Paddy, listen.
I'm listening.
What am I going to do in life?
Oh, decide what's best and then do it. No. Decide what's the best time to do what's best. Then do it.
I want to decide now.
I don't know. I want you.
Yes, but what's the best thing for me to do?
Oh, marry Stephen. Become a womanizing cabinet minister's second wife. What more could you want?
I don't know. I don't want to be humiliated. I don't want to be the woman at the dinner party that other women pity. I could be a farmer's wife, live in a beautiful place and be sure of a dull existence for 40 or 50 years.
Nothing wrong with that. Take home a few books. Watch the ABC on country television.
Make me an offer, Paddy.
Come on, be with me.
Yes, but what does that mean?
Could be number one honourable wife.
Like Ginny?
No. No, Ginny was different.
Would you marry me?
No?
Could I have a child?
Of course. We could go to Florence together on sabbaticals, study the Medici.
How long would it last?
How can I say?
And you'd bring home women and we'd all go off together.
Sure. And any time you felt like going off for a weekend or two with a student or a bricklayer or a passing poet, you could. And what could be wrong with that?
Only a certain sense of humiliation.
Ah, that'll pass in your middle 30s.
And in my middle 40s, you'll find someone younger. Or even before.
Maybe. What can I say? I'm trying to be honest with you.
Oh, God. Make love to me. Make love to me. Don't just screw me. Make love to me.
Before you say anything, I've worked out we can sell the 50 acres down by McCaffrey's. Now, that's all swamp anyway, and it'll give you a nest egg to build on. You can keep the house in the city. We'll rent it out, keep a room for yourself. And then if you want to come up to the city for the weekends, if you want to go to a jazz concert or to the theatre...
Stop it. Alan, look,
You need me, Fran. You mightn't think it, but you do.
Dear Ginny, I'm coming. Coming for good. See you in Athens. I'm feeling very good, very me. I've decided I'm sick of being part of the dream world of this or that man. Of being the face across the table into which they read 1,000 boyhood fantasies. I don't think it's unusual. Not unusual at all. But it's taken me a long time to find even that out.
Francis?
Hello, Mr. Minister.
Well, not anymore. Bad business, that. Yes, I thought it was you. It's funny how you run into people fortuitously sometimes.
Yes, it is.
Running into you, for instance. I'm looking for someone for my new office I'm setting up down at the Ministry of Supply. It could be a very interesting situation. Very interesting work. You didn't send that letter before, did you?
No, I didn't.
No, I thought that. I remember saying to Stephen, I say, would you like an ice cream?
Yes, I will.
They used to sell ice creams on these ferries. They don't seem to anymore. Stephen is a nice boy, very nice lad. He'll do very well at the Treasury. Do very well indeed. He's getting a divorce, you know.
I know.
It would be nice if you came and worked for me. It's very good money. I'd like to have a sympathetic face around the office. Thank you, my dear, thank you. You mustn't mind my rambling on.
I was going to recite you a little poem, but I couldn't think of one.
Poetry is a great help at times.
Now we are 6 were as clever, and I think I'll stay 6 forever and ever. I've been accepted for a postgraduate course in England. I think I might take it.
Well, you're probably doing the right thing. Traveling's very broadening. That's where you live, isn't it? Somewhere over there?
Yes.
What is flight 5?
This telegram came for you too, Miss Garrett.
You're a bloody fool. I won't say you know what you're doing, because you don't. Good luck anyway. Bye-bye.
Bye, Marg.
Have a good time.
Bye, Jack.
Oh, you behave yourself.
Bye-bye, chicken. Oh, thanks, Mum.
Don't forget to write. It's not over yet, you know.
Right.
Bye.
Ginny passed away 4 hours after car crash outside Salonika. Body coming home for funeral on January 28th. Regards, Betty Lloyd. Ginny. I'm still frozen up with the news, and I know I'll cry later, but not yet. It'll be different without you, girl. But I thought I should come anyway. It's strange to be going, irrevocably going. A few minutes after the plane's leveled off, it becomes clear that you're on your way, and you can't even remember what the doubts were about going. All the past falls off you, and for a while at 30,000 feet, you're nobody at all, and that feels very interesting, very promising. All my love, Fran.